Assalamualaikum. Morning. Dengar tak?
Waalaikumsalam.
Dengar? Kita tunggu kawan yang lain masuk. Okay. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning. So harap semua boleh dengar saya. Okay. So today is the first class for modern control system. Okay, with the code SKEM 4113. I will talk about introductions, objectives, outcomes, syllabus, lecture planning, assessment, and references for today's lecture, and maybe some review of chapter 1 of today's class. So the lecturer for this subject is me. Okay, my name is Muhammad Fuad Rahmat, Control and Mechatronics Engineering Staff Department. Okay, graduate from UTM 1989. Then with a master's degree in 1993 in control system and instrumentation in 1996 respectively. So I was the head of department for 10 years, okay, for part-time and for full-time. And then academic coordinator, master third course, and dean of UTS Space for 3 years. And currently is the head of research group of Proton-I. So you can access my info in my URL, my Google Scholar, my Scopus link, and UTM Scholars, right? Orang yang paling lama di School of Electrical Engineering. So this is my contact by email or by phone, or you can simply go to my website where you can download all your lecture materials. Besides that, I am using my UTM e-learning as the platform for my lecture notes. Usually send via e-learning and via WhatsApp. Okay, so for the tests and for the exams and assignments also, we will use the e-learning platform for submissions. Okay. So the objective of these subjects is to expose the student regarding the theory and design method in control system using modern control principles and a state space concept. And then to introduce the student the basic concept of optimum control system. I believe that you already learned the state space modeling in third year, semester 1. Okay, where you have matrices A, B, C, and D. Okay, and we will go more deeper on that particular matters. Okay, so this subject is elective subject, meaning that is the option subjects. So SKEE and SKEM, both programs can take these subjects as the elective subjects. But this is not elective subject for SKEL, only for SKEE and SKEM only. So the synopsis or the abstract of the subjects, we will talk about the modern modeling approach of physical system, namely state space. Then students are introduced to state space modeling, analysis of several forms of state space representations, conversions, and similarity transformations. As well as that, you are exposed to the solution of state space equations, controller design and observer design using a pole placement method and optimal control system. Jadi controller dia bukan PID, bukan PI, bukan PD, but kita menggunakan state space approach, iaitu pole placement with integral. So for this subject matter, at the end of the course, the students should be able to get 4 course learning outcome. The first one is able to apply state space approach in modeling of physical system, able to design controllers and observers based on the state space approach, able to apply optimal control method in more complex system, and then able to use MATLAB software as the analysis and the design tools. So we have 4 course learning outcome. Okay. And as you know that program learning outcome for the School of Electrical Engineering, for the program for SKEE and SKEM, so we have 12 program learning outcome. Okay, so usually subject matter for first year, they always emphasis on PLO1. But currently the student in this class is more the final semester students, final year students. So the PLO will be on the PLO5 side, okay? PLO4 and PLO5 sides, more towards the design, okay, of a complex system. So kita akan tanya on the PLO4 and PLO5 plus PLO3, okay, to synthesis the state space modeling in the complex system. So PLO1 sampai 5 adalah related to technical knowledge and competencies. On top of that, we have another remaining 7 program learning outcome, which is emphasis will be on the PLO8, okay, able to recognize the need for lifelong learning. Ni more towards report and presentations. Yang lain tak ada lah. So, jadi kalau kita mappingkan dia, okay, kita mapkan dia, so kita akan lihat emphasis penekanan pada CLO1, okay, which is on the chapter 2. So, will be mapped to the PLO3, okay, able to formulate and synthesis 1A, okay. 1 tu maknanya strong emphasis. E tu maknanya ada test, exams, okay, yang akan evaluate dia punya coursework. CLO2 is on the design of controllers and observers. So this one also 1A, strong emphasis with test. Then CLO3 also the optimal will be, control will be 1A as well. And the CLO4 is where we applied the, what do you call that? MATLAB software, okay, in order to do the assignments, okay. So basically these subjects, modern control systems, we will talk about the theory in 23 hours, which will include a basic linear algebra concept, state space analysis, time domain solution for state equation, system representations. and you are required to apply the design concept using a state space approach, and then the optimum control system design, which will make 42 hours lecture. So the timetable for this class is on Monday, today, 8 o'clock until 8:50. Okay, so as the first class is the introductions. Okay, lecture will be on the Wednesday, inshallah, at 10 o'clock until 11:50. So you can see that I have two classes, one at 8 o'clock until 9. Then 11 o'clock until 1 o'clock. Okay, so then Tuesday no class. Okay, and Thursday no class. Then the class will be continuous. Wednesday 3 hours. Okay, 10 to 1. So for your class 10 to 12. Then 12 to 1 is another class. So we will use a lecture platform, Zoom and e-learning, UTM e-learning. Okay. So sometimes I will update all the information in WhatsApp. Okay. So you have to read the WhatsApp group, and then the Zoom. You must install the Zoom platform for online learning, and then the UTM e-learning for the test 1, test 2, and assignments. So chapter 1 will be review. So this one kita akan lihat balik how we model the RLC, the mass spring and damper, and the electromechanical system, and the theory of state space, which is the apa nama ni? Persamaan ini, x dot sama dengan ax plus bu, y is equal cx plus du, where x dot kita panggil dia sebagai state equations. Okay, state equation, and then E is a metric system, X is the state matrix, B is the input matrix, U is the input signals, Y is the output, C is the output matrix, X is the state equation, D is the feed-forward matrices, and U is the input. Okay, so this is the content of chapter 1, very fast one, okay, about 3 hours. Kita nak review balik apa yang kita belajar masa third year dulu. Tak detail, okay. Then we will go deeper in chapter 2. Okay, so chapter 2 is a state space representation. So it will involve a lot of matrices, a lot of signal flow graph and transfer functions. Okay, as shown in this picture. And then the content will be here. It's quite long, until 12 subtopic. It took about 9 hours to complete this chapter 2. And then we'll go to chapter 3, which is the solution of state and output equations. Okay, so this subject dia banyak melibatkan mathematics. Okay, mathematics and linear algebra. Okay, and the control system concept. Okay, and some computer programming using MATLAB. So this is the content for chapter 3. It took about 6 hours, okay, to complete chapter 3. Then we will go for the design of a controller and observer. So controller adalah pengawal, observer adalah pemerhati, okay, observe. So controller and observer is a two different thing. And usually people are using controller only. And if they want to use observer, so they must use observer with controller together. So observer tak boleh stand on its own. They must be coupled to the controller. So this is the content of the state space controller and observer design. And then chapter 5, we will go for optimal control system design, okay, where it involves performance index and LQR, linear quadratic control regulators, linear quadratic regulator problems. Okay, it will take about 9 hours to explain that. So chapter 6 is a MATLAB software, but chapter 6 will be go along with the subject matters from chapter 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Okay, so dia bukan selepas chapter 5 ke chapter 6. Chapter 6 ni dia akan masuk ke dalam setiap chapter yang kita pelajari. Then assessment for SKEE 4113, sorry, SKEM 4113 JB will be test 1 on 21st April 2021. So please take note the date, and it will be on Wednesday 10 AM. Okay, so kita kena masa 2 jam lah untuk lebih selesa, supaya 1 jam tu macam cepat sangat. Okay. So CLO1 kita akan tanya on the CLO1. Okay. Then test 2 will be on the 9th of June 2021, Wednesday 10 AM, week 13. So it will be on the CLO2, okay, design. Satu adalah analysis, synthesis, dan CLO2 adalah design. Okay. Assignment, insyaAllah, will be on the 14th April 2021, 20%. And final exam, 50% in July 2021. Okay, so assessment form will be using Zoom and UTM e-learning. So saya ada 2 test dan 1 assignment saja. Okay, so 1 test sebelum semester break, second test selepas semester break, dan assignment during semester break. Okay, so I hope 3 cukup, mencukupi tak payahlah quiz dan sebagainya. So textbook highly recommended is Control System Engineering, Norman Knights. Kalau ada bagus, kalau tak ada tak apa, saya akan bagi book chapter sahaja. Okay, dia menggunakan 2 book chapter saja daripada buku ini, iaitu chapter 3 dan chapter 10 kalau tak silap saya. So saya ada dia punya soft copy dia. Jadi kalau awak tak payah belilah tak payah beli. So kalau ada, pakai apa yang ada. Okay. Dan saya akan edarkan dia punya book chapter nanti. Yang ini pun bagus juga, mostly recommended, Modern Control System. Okay, I also have the book chapter as well, and I will share with you regarding on the state space modeling and analysis plus state space design. This one is a good choice, Modern Control Engineering, K. Ogata. Okay, this is the book that I used during my undergraduate studies in 1980s. And then references, another one is the alternative one, which is the Automatic Control System by Benjamin Coe, by Wiley Publications. On top of that, I also support with the YouTube by the lecturer from the Washington State University, Brian Douglas, with the YouTube channel. Brian Douglas have his own YouTube channel. Okay, so you can click around here to see the topics on the state space, okay, and the controller plus observer design. Also, one of the respected person is Professor Murthy from India. He also have the lecture on the state space modeling and design. So about 6 lectures, YouTube link on Professor Murthy from the Indian Institute of Technology, one of the YouTube channel yang saya suka lihat, Brian Douglas dan Murthy. And then we also have some sample system analysis, electrical circuit to state space, mechanical systems to state space, and tutorials point of India pun bagus juga yang saya sharekan YouTube channelnya untuk awak lihat. Okay, so itulah introduction yang saya akan beri pada pagi ini. So I open the questions from the students? Is there any questions daripada pelajar? Semua pelajar ni pelajar lokal kan? Ada international ke? Hello? Semua lokal
Yes, doktor, saya lokal.
Semua saya rasa doktor.
International tak ada Ada Arab tak dalam ni? Is there any Arab brothers here?
Rasanya tak ada, Prof.
Tak ada. Is there any Chinese student inside the class? Tak ada? Tak ada No Chinese student? Ini kelas Bumi Putra lah. Macam kelas Bumi Putra lah. Ada soalan nak tanya?
Prof, saya ada soalan sebenarnya.
Ya, Nurul Hanisa, silakan.
Untuk timetable, sebenarnya saya dengan kawan-kawan saya ada clash untuk pagi ni. So saya nak minta Prof boleh tak tangguhkan ke hari lain.
Kelas apa tu?
Saya ada professional engineering.
Ramai ke?
Dalam juga lah.
Saya pun sama doktor.
Ya, jadi cadangannya?
Cadangannya Selasa petang dalam pukul 2.
Selasa petang. Selasa petang. Yang lain macam mana? Selasa tu co-curriculum kan?
Co-curriculum.
Boleh langgar ke? Boleh. Boleh langgar. Semua dah buat co-curriculum.
Saya setuju.
Yasmin?
Saya setuju, sir.
Yasmin setuju. Setuju apa, Ben?
Selasa petang.
Yang kan setuju yang lain. Yasmin setuju buat kelas hari Selasa pukul 2. Yang lain?
Okey je doktor.
Saya okey je doktor.
Saya setuju juga.
Setuju.
Boleh.
Okay, jadi
I agree doktor.
confirm kelas hari Selasa pukul 2
2 sampai 3.
1 jam je.
Lebih pun tak apa.
Betul.
1 jam setengah, 1 jam setengah. Boleh tak 1 jam setengah buat? Jadi
Boleh je doktor. On je.
hari Rabu tu 1 jam setengah. Saya ada setengah jam rehat lah sebelum masuk kelas seterusnya.
Boleh.
Boleh kan? 1 jam setengah.
Boleh, doktor.
Boleh doktor.
Boleh doktor, boleh.
Ya, jadi ini adalah kelas terakhir pukul 8. Nanti hari Rabu ni macam biasa pukul 10 sampai pukul 12. So next week kita start hari Selasa pukul 2. Jadi kalau buat kelas pukul 2 ni tak boleh bising lah, nanti orang tahu payah sebab dia tak kasih buat kelas hari Selasa petang. Kecuali memang dah tak ada jalan lain lah. Semua dah habis koko ke? Co-curriculum dah habis ke?
Dah. Saya.
Dah, doktor.
Dah, doktor.
Dah.
Dah, doktor.
Okay, angkat tangan siapa yang daripada SKEE, angkat tangan. Okay, SKEE. Okay, adalah tak ramai. SKEM angkat tangan. SKEE turun tangan. SKEE turun tangan. Okay, nanti saya check lah. Right, so okay, so kalau ada persoalan nak tanya? Any question to ask? Ada soalan?
Tak ada, doktor.
Tak ada lagi setakat ni, doktor.
Okay, jadi kalau tak ada soalan, kita jumpa hari Rabu lah. Boleh?
Boleh doktor.
Boleh,
Rabu.
doktor.
Jadi
InsyaAllah boleh.
total dalam ni 25 orang. Cukup lah dengan banyak-banyak. Tengok tak larat nak tanda kan.
Okey.
Saya buat 3 evaluation saja. Test 1, test 2 dan assignment. Okay. Assignment mungkin saya groupkan lah. Groupkan dalam 24 3 orang. Okay. 3 orang. Okay, 3 orang. Jadi nanti awak bincang sama awak lah. Untuk buat assignment group. Satu group 3 orang. Satu ketua lah. Jadi saya akan bagi tajuk. Satu lagi, saya nak pesan, tolong jangan guna software check dalam test 1 dengan test 2 dan dalam exam. Tahu tak software check?
Tak tahu doktor.
Apa tu?
Tak tahu.
Buat-buat tak tahu je lah korang tu.
Software check adalah software online yang mana kita mendapat solution direct daripada supplier. Jadi pelajar tu dia copy terus daripada check. Dia ada pelajar yang telah ditangkap dan buktinya jelas jawapan exam dia semester lepas dan jawapan check sama sebiji. Okey. Tak ada 100% equal dan pelajar tak mengaku. Ada yang mengaku dan ada yang tak mengaku. Jadi yang tak mengaku akan dibicarakan. Jadi lagi panjang cerita dia. Jadi saya minta awak supaya jangan terjebak dalam perkara-perkara ini. Buatlah sendiri. Dengan idea sendiri, dengan trademark sendiri. Mengikut kefahaman awak. Kan? Jangan main-main benda ni. Boleh menyebabkan tak grad. Jadi dia budak tahun 3 dah kena banyak lah. Keputusannya tak selesai. Jadi nanti awak yang dimangsa tak pasal-pasal. Awak tak buat, orang lain buat, semua kena. Jadi itu je lah saya nak pesan. Sebab orang lama ni dia tak cakap banyak. Okay, cakap a few words je. Jadi benda yang tak betul jangan buat. Nanti susah. Dia terbawa-bawa. Nanti sampai kerja pun dia terbawa-bawa kan. Jadi apa nama ni, dimanipulate sesuatu yang menyebabkan nanti kena buang kerja dan sebagainya kan. Jadi kalau tak dapat jawab tak apa, belajar balik, fahamkan balik dan improve balik. Dan jangan sekali-kali gunakan benda tu untuk menyelesaikan masalah awak. Sebab dia kena langgan benda tu. Dia langgan, dia kena beli dekat Shopee. Jadi dia boleh trace benda tu gunakan email dan handphone number. Jadi dia tak ada macam proxy dan sebagainya. Jadi kalau pelajar tu tak mengaku tapi bukti ada, email dia ada, handphone dia ada, habislah. Okey, lagi berat hukumannya. Baik mengaku saja. Itu saja pesanan saya. So saya harap ini adalah kelas pengenalan. Nanti kita mula pada hari Rabu insyaAllah. Boleh?
Boleh.
Boleh tak buat video? Saya nak tengok wajah pelajar saya. Boleh tak? Sebab tak nampak lah. Boleh tak saya nak tengok wajah pelajar tu? Saya nampak sikit ada yang kena. Okey. Terima kasih. Okey, Amar. Okey. Alif, Najmi. Ashrina. Syarul. Mak Fitri, Yasmin. Okey. Nurul Halisa. Nur Fitri, Zulhelmi. Okey. Wahida, Syahira, Muhammad Farhan, Nur Fifi, Umi Nur Idayu, Suhaimi, Azizi, Muhammad Bazlan, Adeline, Okay. Zulfatmi, Tasmin, Kashrina. Okay. Syahira, tak ada. Akila, tak ada. Wahida, tak ada. Asma, tak ada. Okay, tak apalah. Okay, so saya rasa sampai sini saja dan kita kelas hari ini tidak ada lagi. Awal sangat pukul 8 saya pun tak sempat sarapan lagi. Jadi kita mula Selasa pukul 2 sampai 3.30, 1 jam setengah. Kemudian Rabu 1 jam setengah. Okay, tapi Rabu ni 2 jam lah sebab kita ikut minggu yang pertama. Okay. Ada soalan pada pelajar? Ada soalan? Tengok chat. Apa ni? Siapa Helios 300? Siapa Helios 300?
Saya Wafi.
Nama dia Wafi.
Terlupa tukar.
Wafi
Wafi.
Wafi daripada SKEE.
SKEM.
SKEM. Wafi. Tak sempat tukar nama tadi. Saya setuju. Boleh. Apa yang kau setuju? Oh, tukar kelas. Kalau ada siapa tak setuju, beritahu awal. Okeylah, semua setuju, tak ada masalah. So, kita tangguhkan kelas dan kita jumpa hari Rabu pukul 10. Boleh? InsyaAllah?
Boleh datang.
Boleh, Prof.
Okay. Terima kasih.
Boleh datang.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.